Hello, my name is Norella Udina and my metric number is 823A1864. So today I will present to you my individual assignment. I choose equity theory for this topic. So for 1.0 is introduction. Equity theory focuses on determining whether the distribution of resources is fair. Equity is measured by comparing the ratio of contribution or cost and benefit or rewards for each person. Considered one of the justice theories, equity theory was first developed in the 1660s by J. Stacy Adams, a workplace and behavioral psychologist. Equity theory stands for social exchange theory. It's proposed that individuals who perceive themselves as either under-rewarded or over-rewarded will experience distress, and that this distress leads to effort to restore equity within the relationship. Equity theory, created by J. Stacy Adams, is concerned with establishing the fairness of resources distribution in interaction, notably in the workplace. This theory proposed that employees attempt to strike a balance between their contribution to a job inputs and the rewards they receive outcome, in comparison to others. Individuals who sense an imbalance in this ratio relative to their peers experience anguish, which encourage them to pursue equity. So, for 1.1 is definition of equity. Individuals compare their job inputs and outcomes with those of others and then respond to eliminate any perceived inequities. Key components of equity theory include 1. Inputs, 2. Outcomes, and 3. Proposition. We have 3 proposition that I put inside this slide, which is the first one is self-insight, second is other insight, and third is other outside. So, for 2.0 is viewpoints about today's context. Equity theory remains highly relevant in today's workplace and social context. Thought it has evolved to incorporate contemporary dynamics and challenges. Here's a detailed viewpoint on the approach of equity theory in the modern setting. 1. Relevance and strength. Focus on fairness. Equity theory remains highly relevant as fairness continues to be a significant motivator for employees. Managerial tool with specific application. By understanding equity theory, managers can develop strategies to promote fairness, such as transparent compensation structures, clear performance expectation, and recognition programs that acknowledge deserved contribution. Next, we have consideration and limitation. Subjectivity. Equity theory relies heavily on individual perception. What's one employee sees as fair, another might not. It can be challenging to objectively measure inputs and output for all roles. Focus on individuals. The theory primarily focuses on individual needs within objective. Technology of transparency. Technology can be leveraged to increase transparency in areas like performance, evaluation, and compensation, potential mitigating some perceptions of inequity. Intrinsic motivator. Equity theories focus on extrinsic reward, but intrinsic motivators like job satisfaction and a sense of purpose are also crucial for employee engagement. Diversity and inclusion. Equity theory needs to be considered within the context of diversity and inclusion initiative, ensuring fair treatment and opportunities for. So third, we have workplace dynamic. Changing nature of work is one of workplace dynamic. Remote and hybrid work. The rise of remote and hybrid work models has altered traditional notion of inputs and outcomes. Employees now consider flexibility and work-life balance as significant outcome, alongside monetary compensation. Secondly, diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI. Fair treatment is modern organization and increasingly focus on DEI. Equity theory underscored the importance of fair treatment across deserved employee groups, addressing systematic bias and ensuring equal opportunities for all. That we have transparent communications, such as open communications. Today, employees value transparency regarding how decisions about compensation, promotion, and rewards are made. Clear communication helps manage perception and reinforce trust in organization process. So next we have 2.0, which is related example. So according to the equity theory of motivation, a person's motivation is closely tied to their perceived equity or amount of justice. The equity theory of motivation is frequently employed in the workplace as a managerial tool. However, the same notion applies to an individual's self-motivation outside of the workplace. So for 3.1, we have how the equity theory motivation works. The equity theory of motivation directly related a person's motivation to their perception of fairness, known as equity. This means that your motivation is highly correlated with fairness and justice, both in the workplace as well as in the outside world. The greater the fairness and justice, the more motivated a person typically becomes. So next we have 3.2, which is equity theory example into workplace. So we have a lot of scenario in this case, but I only put 2 scenario in this slide. So for the first scenario is feeling undervalued, and the second scenario is feeling overvalued. And then for the 3.3 is equity theory example, training and development opportunities. So this scenario is within a marketing department. 2 graphic designer, Maya and David, consistently perform well and meet their deadlines. However, Maya expressed first to a college. Maya's perspective, she noticed that David is frequently offered opportunities to attend industry conferences and workshops relevant to attend industry conference and workshop. Maya feels she could benefit from similar training but has been given the chance. While their salaries are currently equal, Maya perceives an imbalance. So next 4.0 is advantage and disadvantage. So equity theory offers several advantages, particularly in the context of workplace motivation, relationship management, and organizational effectiveness. Here are some key advantages. So first advantage, we have enhanced motivation and productivity. One of the primary advantages of equity theory is ability to enhance employee motivation and productivity by ensuring that employees perceive that their contribution and the fairly reward organization can foster a motivated workforce. Next, we have improved employee satisfaction. Equity theory significantly contribute to improved employee satisfaction. When employees believe that their effort and contribution are fairly recognized and rewarded, they experience higher job satisfaction. And then for the next is better performance and efficiency. Equity theory promotes better performance and efficiency within organization. When employees perceive that they are treated equally, they are more likely to exert optimal effort on their tasks. This results in higher quality works and greater overall efficiency. So next we have reduced workplace conflict. Another advantage of the equity theory is the potential to reduce workplace conflict by addressing and managing perception of inequity. Organization can minimize tension and conflict among employees. So the last one is attraction and retention of talents. Organizations that apply equity theory effectively are better positioned to attract and retain top talent. A reputation for fair treatment and equitable reward system make an organization more attractive to potential employees. So for 4.2 is disadvantage of equity theory. While equity theory provides valuable insight into employee motivation and fairness, it is not without its limitation and challenge. These disadvantages can impact its effectiveness and applicability in organization and interpersonal context. So first we have subjectivity in perception. One of the primary disadvantages of equity theory is the subjective involved in perception of fairness. Different employees have different interpretation of what constitutes fair treatment, leading to varied and sometimes conflict assessment of equity. Second, we have complexity in implementation. Implementing equity theory can be complex due to individual difference among employees. Each person has unique sensitivity to equity and inequity, meaning what one employee perceives as fair might be seen as unfair by another. And then third, we have potential for misalignment. Equity theory focus on comparison can lead to potential misalignments within the organization. Employees might concentrate excessively on comparing their inputs and outcomes with those of their peers. And then fourth, we have limited scope. Another disadvantage of equity theory is limited scope. The theory primarily focuses on tangible rewards such as monetary compensation and benefits and may not fully capture the non-monetary aspect for job satisfaction. And then for the last one is negative reaction to overpayment. Equity theory also addresses the concept of over-reward, which can lead to negative reactions such as guilt and discomfort among employees. So last is 5.0 is conclusion. Equity theory developed by J. Stacey Adams in the 1660s remained a crucial framework for understanding motivation and fairness in both organization and interpersonal contexts. By focusing on the perceived fairness and resource distribution, equity theory highlights the importance of balancing input and outcome to ensure satisfaction and motivation among individuals. Disadvantage of equity theory, there are subsection. It enhances employee motivation and productivity by ensuring that contributors are fairly rewarded. This perceived fairness leads to higher job satisfaction, better performance, and efficiency. However, equity theory is not without this advantage. The subjectivity of fairness perception can lead to varied interpretation and measurement challenges. Implementing the theory can be complex given individual difference and dynamic nature of equity perception. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for your cooperation, Dr. Sen.